You're listening to an episode of the Daily Riff, the official podcast of the Discord community Riff-Off. If you are not currently a member of our server, we eagerly invite you to our humble dwelling. Just click on the link in the description to visit. While you are here, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel to support our content. With the high regards, we thank you. Enjoy the screams. Good morning, everybody. Today's Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2025, and you're listening to the 83rd episode of the Daily Riff. It's still Halloween week here in Studio 426, and we're getting very close to the moment where children take their buckets, bags, and everything in between and go out into the night for treats and hopefully no tricks. For the first piece of information today, I wanted to pose a question to you all, hoping that Gemini's Generics doesn't have the exact same question. But what are the odds of that? What is your favorite part of the traditions of this very exciting and exhilarating time of the year? Let us know in the comments below this video. While you're at it, remember to subscribe to the Riff-Off YouTube channel and give the bell a ring so that you are notified when we release new episodes of our show. Got all that? Good. Now, here's today's event lineup. Let's get started. Today's headline event, may be late tonight, but it's a big one. It's the final chapter of the current story in Dramatic Addict, where you guys get to perform alongside a spectacular theater-style show. If you've been a follower of this show so far, please join for the grand finale, if you dare. Okay, that was terrible. All right. Now, a little earlier than that, this afternoon we'll house a new edition of Deal or No Deal, and of course, it being Halloween week, the banker will be waiting as usual for players, new and old alike, and that for this week, we've also got a special offer boost feature in the games for contestants. So if you've never played a game before, now is a good time to start. Now, let's dive deeper into the week's later events. You guys know it, you guys love it, you guys really love it if you're theater kids and goers. It's a new edition of Battle in the Theater hosted by the one and only Stolas, coming tomorrow. If you enjoy belting out dramatic musical numbers, spilling out emotional tearjerkers, or anything else you can find on Broadway or the West End, this event is for you. Will you join us? And finally, as most of you know, Para and I will be hosting a spectacular Halloween party marathon this Friday. And you're excited. You are excited, but you're invited to join us all for the frightfully fantastic fun. We'll be hosting several different Halloween-styled activities over the course of the event. We've got spooky trivia. We've got scavenger hunts. We've got themed karaoke, and the list goes on. If Halloween is your thing, remember to join very, very quickly. We need people. Right. Now, guys, that is all the event lineup that we have so far in terms of the Daily Riff. But you guys can always read more about the other events that we have on the event calendar just by going up to the top of the server and clicking it. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. Now, guys, as per usual for Wednesday, it's time for your weekly dose of Gemini's Generics. Except I'm not totally sure who is going to be hosting it today, seeing as how we had Ash filling in for Carrie and Sprout filling in for Ash and Avery. Guess we'll just have to listen and see.
Greetings, Riffians. Welcome back to another Gemini's Generics. But this time, there's a change. I, Noah, have stolen Gemini's segment for today. Anyways, let's get into today's events. The last question on GG was, what is your Halloween costume for this year? And we have two responses. The first one comes from the dedicated Seleth. I am being a moonlit sorceress. It has a gold belt around the waist, a severely long gown to make it look like I'm floating, a black and silver dress shoes, a hood on the gown, and silver, black, and blue makeup. the gown is mainly black, but the middle is a blue with stars in it. That sounds absolutely awesome. You will be impressing everyone with an outfit like that. And we have another response. This one comes from the amazing Penelope. My Halloween costume for this year is the fairy godmother, specifically the 1950s original fairy godmother. So I can cover up my broken black... Oh, just kidding, I love her, she's such a queen. What an amazing outfit. Please, both of you, send in your costumes to the competition of the media channel once you put them on. But without further ado, let's get into today's question. What's your favorite experience trick-or-treating? Or what's your favorite experience giving out candy to trick-or-treaters? And this question also came from Penelope, so props to them. And that is it this week for Gemini's Generics. Have an amazing Halloween, everyone, and take care. This is Noah signing out.
My gosh, I was not expecting that! Everyone of the production team here at the Daily Riff, let me just tell you, everyone is doing such a fantastic job. And I want to let y'all in, I don't think I told you this Monday, but I have no idea who is who this week. When I told everyone that we were going to be doing this for Halloween week, I told them, create a separate area that I'm not going to look at. I promise you, I did not look. I have no idea what they've planned. I still don't know who's going to be on Traveler's Tea today. So we're going to find out, I see. Well, that was a bit sudden, wasn't it? That's the Thunderbolt, of course, that replaces our doorbell that we usually have for the code word. So it is time for today's daily code word. Today's daily code word is ! Search for the plant! ! Search for the plant. Enter that into the bot center to claim your daily slick token that grants you 1500 XP and 1000 Riff coins. Now, on with the rest of our show. We have some news headlines for you today. Remember to go listen to the Riff-Off group cover of This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas if you haven't already. It features over 20 members of staff and community from our server, so you can be guaranteed that it is absolutely spooktacular. Even Rifty is in it. Now, guys, I know it is Halloween week, but I do really want to mention really quickly that applications for the Riff-Off Christmas covers have just been opened and can be found in the server news channel. If you want to have a chance to be a part of them, go and apply by the 1st of November. Well, that's all the news we have for you today, so let's go ahead and move towards today's advertisement break, brought to you by Riff Studios. We'll be back in just a moment, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome, dear listeners, to the spooky stage. The ghosts and ghouls have finally decided to settle their discrepancies and fight through the power of musical theater.
This has been going on long enough. I say boo!
Anyway, how are we going to settle who gets the stage?
Well, obviously we must sing, but not any type of songs, but the spookiest and the most awesome of all musical theater!
So, a battle in the theater.
Exactly! We use the power of the theater to settle this argument.
That's actually pretty cool. So, do we just limit our options to theater?
Well, of course not. Disney exists. Duh.
Oh. Well, that sounds awesomely spooky.
Let the nightmare begin!
Well then, that was a very special edition of the Battle in the Theater ad, created specifically for this week. I want to give credit to Freya and Bradford, who you don't really hear that much on the ads. Neither of them pop up that much, but I also want to give Stolas the credit for putting that together. Very good job, Stolas. And welcome back to today's edition of the Daily Riff. Today's the 29th of October. And of course, it's Halloween week here in Studio 426. Now then, it's time to go on to our performance board submission. And this one, funny enough, is from another one of our production team members. Take it away, Ash, as they perform Sally's song from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I sense there's something in the wind that feels like tragedies at hand, and though I'd like to stand by him, can't shake this feeling that I have. The worst is just around the bend, and does he notice my feelings for him? And will he see how much he means to me? I think it's not to be. What will become of my dear friend? Where will his actions lead us then? Although I'd like to join the crowd in their enthusiastic cloud, try as I've made, does it last? And will we ever end up together? No, I think not. It's never to become, for I am not the one.
Let's give it up one more time for the unbelievably talented Ash, performing once again Sally's song from The Nightmare Before Christmas for today's performance board. And if you ever want to be a part of the performance board, or have a chance at least, go to the Riff Studios forum and go to performance submissions and submit your cover. Preferably, they don't need to be too long. I have noticed that we've seen a few covers in there that have been 4 to 5 minutes, and we are on a very strict time frame in this show. It's usually supposed to be about 15 minutes. So try to keep your songs down to about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 3.5 on occasion, for the purposes of making sure that the show isn't too long. Very, very simple request. Now, on to our second sideshow of the day, and I'm wondering who will be taking Sprout's place, eh? Here's this week's Traveler's Tea. Take a listen.
Disclaimer. All spooky stories narrated may send shivers down your spines and make your heart tremble. These stories may be real or from your dreams. Viewer discretion is optional. Welcome one and all, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, those from behind and beyond the misty veil of Riff-Off. I am your host for today, Stolas. Yes, the host and Sprout's wonderful kid. Anyways, on to today's tale. Today's twisted tale is one of ghosts, ghouls, and all things spooky. The one and only Ash from Ash and Avery's Microdramas was not found in the office yesterday, but this morning we found him in quite the state. He was shaken up until he spilled the horror of DJ Manor, the abandoned, desolate mansion that sat on top of a hill that was surrounded by the wilderness. People say most who enter the woods are never spotted the same again. They say the woods change people, shift who they were, but Ash seemed normal, just shaken up. Nothing out of the ordinary, at least. Ash's tale began with them frolicking throughout the forest, heading towards DJ Manor, only for them to fall through a small hole on the way to the haunted local. They were stuck there for hours without food or water, night even. Isn't that some spooky stuff? Never go exploring at night without clear lighting. The scariest thing this Halloween is accidents, dear listeners. Make sure to stay safe out there. Whether you trick or treat, or perhaps explore mansions. Anyways, I hear the ghosts and ghouls calling out for me to put them to rest. Dearest listeners, until the next installment, I've been your host, Stolas, the bird. Happy Halloween.
Oh my God, Stolas's Traveler's Tea for Halloween week. You guys are gonna, wow, amazing. Let's give it up for Stolas for taking over Traveler's Tea for the segment swap for Halloween week. That was amazing. That is all the time we have for today. I have been your host, the amazing DJ Slick Kicks. And that's all the time we have for the Daily Riff today. We will see you next time. And until then, I'm reminding you to stay safe, smart, and sensible. Good night.